Peace YouTube, this is Florbrune coming to you today to discuss a couple of new topics of discussion. Actually, I know I haven't been on for a while. I actually made a really good video on signs that you've been MK Ultra, but for some apparent reason, I can't download it. So I'm going to attempt to remake. It was a good video. I really enjoyed it, and I liked making it, and you know how I like to talk. So I'm going to kind of get into that a little bit, but I did want to discuss a couple things first. This video is going to be touching on the supposed Pleiadians, that some people like to say. You know, I've had a lot of YouTubers contact me and wanting me to discuss any details that I would have about the Pleiadians, and there's a lot of misinformation out there going about. The descriptions of the Pleiadians generally tend to be blonde hair, blue-eyed. I've not seen any detail of anything that details the accounts from those people who are stating that they know personally the Pleiadians and they're in contact with them via some sort of communication, you know, doing some, channeling? Okay. Family, I don't want to get too much into it, but I'll tell you what I do know. I'll tell you the facts that I do know. I know personally that if you go back into ancient times and you look at any of the hieroglyphics or any of the ancient scribes from Sumerian times, you absolutely do not see any description of any super being or ET that looks anything like a Pleiadian. What you do see is huge, big, black, melanated, copper individuals or ETs or super beings on those walls. So I take issue. Listen, now I don't, if they are saying of these people, you know, Pleiadian people like to, you know, their contactees like to come on my videos, and I'm not disrespecting them in any way. I'm just telling you what I know personally is that if in fact those individuals, those actual ETs do exist, I've not had any contact with them, and I'm a personal contactee. Also, I've not known any factual or any description or any heads or any monuments that mimic anything that looks like a Pleiadian. No blonde hair, blue-eyed, huge white monuments anywhere on the planet. But what I have known and is noted and is a historical fact is that you will see all these Olmec heads at every surface of our planet. You'll see it in Mesoamerica, you'll see it in Central America, big, huge negroid Olmec heads. You'll see it in Asia. Parts of Asia obviously includes China and India. You'll see Olmec heads in Europe. You'll see Olmec heads in parts of we've noted that there's been heads that were discovered in North America, as far north as going towards Canada. In Canada, they've had Olmec heads, and a lot of times they cover it up. So, to answer the question about the Pleiadians, if they exist, the only existence I know about them is through people who have a genetic link to the individuals, these supposed ETs that exist, that they are channeling. And channeling is something that you could say is real or not. You know, I don't want to say it isn't. I've been to channeling sessions where people channel ETs, dead loved ones, demons, all kinds of things. So I can't say for a fact that they don't exist. What I can say to you is that I've not had any contact with Pleiadians. I've not seen any description of any of the Pleiadians anywhere on the planet previous to European inception. And the only people who are stating that these individuals exist is those who look or are vested in the genetic makeup of these particular ETs that they're stating that they have contact with. Could exist, could not, but all I know is that I definitely know for a fact that there are reptilian-looking ETs that exist because they're on the walls of Kemet. They're also on the Sumerian walls. There's details of them sometimes in the Bible, the serpent, Negus serpent. Big up to all the Negus serpent worshipers. There's also detail of the not only the snake people or the reptilians, there's also accounts on many of the walls of Africa and other places of grays, different kinds of grays and Zeta-looking entities. I also have seen huge monuments, obviously, in Kemet and Sumerian, on the Sumerian texts and scribes of huge, 7 foot and above, sometimes to 25 feet, black, negroid, bronze, copper, Moorish looking entities that existed, giants. That's what I know is fact. I don't even have to tell you. All I can say is say it to you, and you can go and look, and you can get information based on the factual pictures and scribes and things that are denoting that that is the truth. So as far as the Pleiadians concerned, people, the only people who are claiming that they exist are those who are channeling them. And you have to trust the integrity of those who are channeling. As you know, a lot of information based on ETs has been whitewashed. And any history during a time when European inception, when I say European inception, I'm talking about colonialism, where there were others going to other parts of the earth and taking over and extracting the resources and enslaving the people. And when they do so, remember, they rewrite history, and any remnants of any technology or things that would link them to information about their genetics or themselves or something that's higher than them, they would deface via, you've seen the Sphinx, right? If you notice, a lot of times the monuments, the noses are missing, which are obviously negroid noses. And if that's not proof to you that there's been a lot of whitewashing, I don't know what else I can detail. That's a fact that happens. And any monument that you've seen that is ancient, if you notice, a lot of times the nose is missing. And it's not just depreciation, because if it was a European nose and very long, you'll see some monuments, many of the museums where the nose is longer and so on. It's not missing, and it's, old. Why is it only on the Negro statues or anything associated with the copper people? So, for my wonderful subscribers, there's one young lady who asked me to talk about the Pleiadians and talk about how there's such a big thing about these Pleiadians. And if you're going into ETs and stuff, that's probably the first place you start is with the Pleiadians. They have a lot of, a lot of people who are really into those particular, if you can call them ETs. But if you speak to any of them, you'll talk to people who've channeled them or said they've had contact. So again, you have to really be able to decipher their integrity and their honesty or their sanity. Because all contactees and abductees, their sanity is always questioned. So I don't say they don't exist, but if they do, it's never been publicized. It's never been documented by any ancient text. But I do know for a fact that Negroid ETs existed. Negroid giants existed. That's a fact. Olmec heads, there's detail with that in Kemet and also in Sumerian times and other parts of the world, in China and so on. So I'm just going to speak on that, and then I'll make another video, because obviously I can't download long videos anymore. I don't know what's up with that. I usually can, so I like to go into another detail. So I'm going to make another video right after this. But thank you again. I've been reading all your emails, and thank you for being so patient with me. I've been making videos, but I haven't been able to download them. And I know you're getting frustrated because a lot is going on the planet, and we'll discuss that. But I'll get into something else. So sorry, Pleiadian people. This is my take. May not be true, may be true. This is my opinion. You can have your own opinion on your channel. So, be nice. And for all those who use little nasty terms, I've read some comments, and I should probably put a disclosure before. If you come on my channel, I have the young people on my channel, and I love when the young people come here, because this is a great place for them to get information and to chat amongst each other. But I've read some really nasty comments, and all I have to say, I feel sorry for you when you do it, because I have a lot of really, really wonderful subscribers who, if you state really nasty things, I can't help the way they come at you. But you also know I'm supported by the galactic family, and I'd be real mindful of the words you choose, because I wouldn't want for you to be contacted by those entities that are not resonating with you. So be nice. Leave out the words, and you know what words I'm talking about. If you can't say something nice, go to another channel where they support you and yours. Otherwise, peace and love. Love you, Flipper.